Hello, testing. Yes, it works. Okay, let's launch this bad boy here. Hello, CP. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Damn, this song goes hardcore real quick. All those fart noises. Okay, let's EDM boy. It's AK's playlist. He's the EDM boy. That's what you're basing yourself off of. I'm too old for EDM. You're never too old for anything unless you say so yourself. That's when you become too old for it. Have you equipped already? Let's check all my equipments here. One viewer, and it's Furnace, baby. It's all that matters, baby. How you doing, Turnus? Huge, yes, indeed huge. Look, it's not my fault, okay? People like, play an EU stream, and then like nobody shows up. It's like, wow, guys, thanks. You asked me to do something, and then you just dip. Okay, I see how it is. Biggest streamer in the West, indeed. Well, I don't know where that's coming from, but it certainly doesn't come from me. You're saving credits for the new rifle coming in next update? Not really. Those are credits that I can't use. They're sort of, what is that term? I'm not sure if I'm remembering this correctly, but what comes to my mind is, unearned credits. Credits with a C. Wait, no, unearned credits? I guess in a sense it would be unearned revenue, and in this it would be credits with a K. So I have not earned that 4,000 credits to use it, so that's why I'm not using it. Ah! What? How did I not go inside the top area? Hello Anupam, how you doing, man? But is that new rifle something like that amazing that you would think I'd be saving for it? Oh wow, he literally just, is that your allowance or something? No, it's what was I gonna say? It's my sort of my paycheck from my.com as a WAN member, but I wasn't actually uploading or even streaming when they gave me that, so I'm not gonna use it. I like feel like that's wrong. It's supposed to be better than the AK-12? Whoa. But it's gonna be more fun. That's the real cut. Wow. Hello, Wester. I don't speak Russian, unfortunately, so I don't know what you said there. Again, this guy? This guy has something against me. You made that account just to come in this game and kill me. But you have a job and for one day they don't have work for you, they still pay you? I mean, that's true, but it's not totally a one-to-one comparison. Oh no, how did I miss that? This guy again, every time I'm like below the tower and he just jumps out. Said hi in Russian. Did he? Well, if he did and you did correctly translate it, thank you. I was gonna say AK. Thank you, Turnus. Okay, I'm confused. Confused about what? If you're confused about what me and Turnus are talking about, it's the... I think somebody spawned here, I feel like. We're talking about the 4,000 credits that I have just sitting there. He was wondering why they're there and if I'm like saving for the next rifle. And I told him that no, it's actually shit that I don't feel like it's right for me to use. Oh, how did I get that one? Hello Zeftet, how you doing, man? So say you work at a job at a retail store, they give you a schedule, and even if the work is done and you're just sitting there, it's still responsible to pay you. What are you streaming? YouTube, Twitch, and? No, I'm only streaming on Twitch and YouTube, Dank. When you put it that way, it's true, Turnus. But still, you know, like, I feel it's wrong personally for me to like... Wow, now you've like... Damn, you hit me with a good argument there. But actually, like, if I'm to like make it a more direct comparison, that would be like when we're saying that, it's like you're still on the job, so it's not, so you're like ready for any task that comes up, you know. But during that period of time for which I got these credits for, I wasn't even playing Warface. Like, I wasn't even streaming or doing anything related to like what my sort of job, I guess you could call it, is. So it's as if you want to say like the only way you could compare it and say it's justified for that credit to be used and like taken is like if you consider it like a paid leave or something. But I mean I don't know if that's a really... I don't get it. Why Zico thinks he shouldn't use that credit my account gave him. I just said why. If not, then the argument doesn't make sense. Wait. So does Warface give you money dependent on time you're creating content? I feel like, look, there's... This guy is... I feel like he's lagging. What if Warface never give real money? Lol, what? There's some guidelines for like... the requirements, like this was okay. No. It's the more content you make, the more. It's not like you get more. I think your size does. I'm not sure. I'd have to like look again, but I think if your size is bigger, like influencer wise, like yeah, like sub count and all that shit, you do get more. But I'm pretty sure no, the amount of content doesn't make any difference. But still, like, there's certain requirements to stay in the network, and I'm pretty sure, like, during the period of time where I didn't upload or even stream, oh god, or even stream, I was pretty much violating those. So not only did I not deserve to pay, technically I think I wasn't even supposed to stay in the network. So I don't know if I'm making any sense here. Oh god, what am I doing? Total views per month and subs. If the amount of content doesn't matter, then you can't say you're responsible. He's like trying to convince me to like... This feels weird, dude, having this argument. Oh, I nearly had him, dude. Who killed him? Oh my god, that KS. Oh my god, I was standing still. No. Making sense, but also being ridiculous. Okay, at least you sort of like get where I'm coming from. Oh, I nearly hip fire one tapped him. No. Okay, let's see. I mean, 4,000 credits is literally worthless. Yeah, but it's not at the like in a situation like this, in a debate like this, it's not really the value, the monetary value that makes any difference. Like it's like the argument of, is this right or wrong? You know. The only way Warface cares about those credits is the time it took for them to put in your account. If you ask Victoria, she would tell you to spend it guaranteed. Yeah, of course. And there's no like debate in that. I'm sure she would, and I'm pretty sure like we sort of had like a semi back and forth about this sort of, I think, if I remember correctly. And she was of that mindset, like that I don't need to like feel like I don't need to like put these aside and like not use them and feel like responsible and or in debt or some shit, you know. But still, like, I just explained to you why I still don't feel like it's right, you know. So I can't. I don't know, man. The only way, like, do you think Warface is paying a fair wage to the amount you created? Yeah, over the fair wage. I think they're overpaying me, dude, with the amount of content if we were talking about like, if I was getting this amount back when I was like uploading like a few times a week, like playing a lot more and uploading much more content, then maybe you could argue like that it might not be like a fair wage amount, or like it's a bit lacking. But now that I'm like uploading like what, like fucking what is it, like 2 to 3 times a month, like no, I think they're overpaying me, if anything. Kraken is 2,500 credits. You can get 2 credits perm. You get 2 Krakens perm. What he means sounds intelligent, but is packed in a web of brain fart-inducing nonsense. What do you mean? That's so rude, man. That's so rude and sort of kind at the same time. Okay, so you want to argue morals and ethics. Soda, I guess? Victoria's still part of Warface mod? Well, she's not a mod. She's like part of their staff. Staff? Is that the right word here? How's this FFA dead? Of course. Community manager, yeah. She's community manager. Is she community manager? I don't remember. If a job pays you by period, then... Whoa, where did it go? Then they are... Then they're responsible even if you're busy or can't. And how many months did you get this amount? This was for like... At least 2 months. Oh, you KS. God damn it. No. Oh, people are even leaving? Come on, man. Wow, I can't even read the chat. Look, you could say they're responsible, but like, how? Oh god. In this case, the business is sort of like different. Now if you were free and you were just playing other games, then I could understand, I guess. Wait. It goes both ways. When you're completely free and you're making a ton of content, and also when you're busy with school life, etc. You're making valid points here, but I don't know, man. God. Where is he? No! Did he die? Leave me alone! I'm trying to get my kill. So basically, were you free to make content or no? No, I was not. Did you choose to play other games or make content for other shit? Not make content, but I did spend... When I did get free time, I'm pretty sure it went into like... watching anime and shit like that. So... If you think of it that way, then I am culpable, to some extent at least. But, so I don't know, what do you think of that? When I did get free time, I wasn't playing shift face. Why are you making me type so much? Warface just doesn't work with ethics, but I work with ethics. It doesn't matter what the game or like the company works with. Why is there nobody in this game? Get on Discord. No, I'm not getting on this bullshit. Wow, who uses flashes in FFA? You dead? It had like 2,200 players. I don't understand. What is this? Oh god. How did he miss those shots and I missed too? Get on Discord, you bitch. No, I learned my lesson. I'm not going on Discord. Oh, I did not think that would hit. What? Why is he just sitting there for? Wait, give me a second here. No. It's almost supper time for the majority. Really? I thought this was a good time to stream on EU. When's a good time to stream on EU, like, compared to now, like, in terms of number of hours? What's the question marks for, Turnus? What do you mean? When your ethics and morals don't stand up to one Discord conversation? Bro, I said give me a second here. Oh my god, fuck's sake. Okay, let me fucking get on Discord because this guy won't leave me alone. Where are you? What server? And cute? Hello? Hello?
What you mean?
What do I mean? What do you mean?
You
What do I
made me
mean?
type so much.
Oh, that's not my fault. You decided.
Keep playing, dude.
What?
Keep playing, dude.
Yeah, I am. I'm not gonna stop because I'm talking to you.
I don't know. I don't. There's an update. Oh, there it is. Cool.
What?
Alright, we're good. We're good. You didn't change the bitrate though. Not really.
Oh no, I didn't actually.
Still kind of ass. Yeah, I can see that.
I think Nika. We set up what's it called, the other OBS, but the issue with that is that it only streams on one platform at a time, so can't use that.
I know, but literally all you have to do is just put your thing at 6K, and it'll drop to whatever.
My bitrate? It would drop to the maximum, you're saying?
Well, like well, what I'm saying is like, no one's gonna really be watching 6K, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna be seeing like a portion of that, but like, if you don't have 6K, then you kind of like your stream will get messed up. Like it won't be good then. But I know you have more than 6K, because you said that prior to. But like right now you're at like 3.5. I said what? Best. Last time you said you had like 11 or 15. I don't remember what it was. It was more than 6.
Really?
Upload. Yeah, your upload's over 6, correct?
Oh, my upload.
Yeah.
6 what? 6. It was 50. Or 30. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So
my
is that
speed,
over
right?
6? Is that over 6 megabytes?
Yes, of course.
Oh my god.
What?
You're like 6 what?
Yeah, but like, because
I don't know, man. 6 gigabytes. That's what we're uploading, dude.
Oh my.
We're literally uploading a porn file every second. You're right.
But what pixel?
No, what I'm saying is like, I think you got it. It's just like, you get paid by periods. So it's like, if you're producing content, they don't give you more money. Like if I work 50 hours in 1 week, I get paid more money.
Mm-hmm.
So if the person I'm working for gives me too much money, I am responsible, ethically responsible, to go to my superior, immediately say, hey, you paid me too much money for hours that did not work. Yeah, but you don't get paid by hours or content. You don't get paid the same way.
Technically, like if we go back to the requirements that I mentioned, I sort of am. You know?
How are you getting paid by hours?
Because there's requirements to stay in the network. So that sort of translates into hours of work, like you're saying in that example.
So let me give you a couple cents on this, because I don't know how long you've been in there for. They don't actively use this, and they don't even take it fully seriously. The numbers that they put out are generalizations.
What? What are you talking about?
So like they used to put out like specific numbers, correct?
Oh, okay, and like yeah.
So like to get into one and to stay into one, those are two different things where numbers aren't really used. So when you say you could have been kicked out of one, that's not the way it operates. It doesn't operate on a basis of like exact numbers. Does that make sense?
How sure are you of saying this? You sound pretty sure.
110%. They do not pick people directly. Like, if you do not exactly have this number, you're not going to be in it. It's very based upon community manager, like what she feels on it. But there is a part of you have to be producing a certain amount of content, and you have to be there to get in. But staying in, there's been a lot of cases throughout the years where people should have been kicked out for not producing content or not staying on it, and they're still in there. So that isn't okay. So like, just we're moving past that one, right? The whole I was supposed to be kicked doesn't work. Now, as far as like you're talking about like brackets to credits back, right? That's what we're referring to. So you're still a content creator at that number.
Yeah.
Yeah or no? So they pay you upon the reach that you have at that point. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So they're not paying you for every video you're making. They do pay you on... The only times they ever do that are battle passes, right? Like, they give you battle pass if you put out a video.
About it, yes.
So
I think
you're
they
getting
changed even that.
paid. I don't know if... Okay, so I don't know if they did that for...
Yeah, they did that for like
War.
the first few ones, I think.
They did that for, I think, Kiwi as well. And they did that for... Yeah, the first 3. I don't remember what this was. Atlas. Yeah, Absolute. It was Atlas, Absolute Power, and Kiwi. Those were the 3. I don't know if they continually did that afterwards, but like, they're paying you for that, so you're responsible directly for that. And once you do it, you get your pay, which is, I don't know, $10 or whatever. I don't know. Which, like, that's just like you're not getting paid at any point. Because there's, like, I'm sure there's Swisses over there making bank. I have a minimum amount of hours to work. Every hour I work more, I get paid extra. Yeah, OT. We call it overtime. You get paid overtime hours. And then there's legal laws around that, too. Zekor, explain what you're talking about. Okay. Gotcha. So let me shoot this and see if you agree. Okay? So Zekor received 4,000 credits for being part of Juan. During the period, he did not produce pretty much any content, streaming or on YouTube. And so he doesn't feel like that 4,000 credits should be his. Now,
monthly
with
wage.
that said, his supervisor, quote unquote, Victoria, community manager, who gives him the credits, who signs off the credits, would say that that's his credits to use. So his boss would say that. And then, well, I do, but that's not part of it. But he doesn't feel like he should be using it. Morally. Is the nutshell. I think. Is that fair?
Yeah. Perfectly said, my lawyer.
Dude.
Which, is that OD?
Oh yeah, that's OD.
I think I lose all my cases if OD was my lawyer. First thing he say in court is like, this guy is a fucking... What does he say? What does he call me? Canadian rapist or some shit? Fucking...
Probably idiot somewhere in there, dude.
Yeah, that too.
And then, like, we originally talked about, like, the fact that it literally costs nothing to Warface, but he didn't care about that, so it's like, cat. And then we also discussed, what was it? The negligible amount of credits it is already, because that's, like, with bonuses, if you're actually waiting, that's, like, $20 or $30, depending upon what kind of bonuses you're getting. So, like, even then, that's not even a full work day for pretty much anybody that's in here. And then you were
the
like,
cheater.
and then you said like, this is a reasonable amount of money for what I'm doing. Just like, wait, what? What?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
How much is 4,000 credits in money?
It's like $30 or $40 depending on the bonuses you're getting.
Okay, if we take that by the hourly, like, that's like a little bit less than 4 hours of work. And I did not put 4 hours of work. I don't.
Right. But again, literally, when I go out and say when I did casting, that's like 6 hours. I don't get paid. I'm literally setting up an entire day to do it. And then outside of that, every single content creator is doing more than 8 hours, probably 20, 30 hours. And it's not just the video that you produce, it's the time it takes to produce it, right?
Yes.
So like at that point, like, do you think that's fair? Like at that point, they're getting paid like, if we're even taking this one-to-one retail, we're not even getting paid $1 an hour. The Chinese workers that are in sweatshops are getting paid bank in comparison to y'all. Right?
Yes.
So it's like, it doesn't make any sense to me. You get credits for casting. Well, now you get money. Now they give you actual money, but they give, I think, since I finished, they were doing like 40 per tournament. So 4,000 credits per tournament, and then like $100 or $200. I forget what it is, depending.
I mean, that makes sense for getting credits for casting. What's funny about that, Zaheen?
Well, 4,000. Who's just saying that's really low? I think that's probably what he was saying.
No, he said the lol when you just said you mentioned you get paid for it. He didn't.
Well, I said, wait, you get credits for casting. Laugh out loud. That's pathetic.
Oh, I guess okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean credits for casting is a bit weird because like usually you have like professional casters that aren't like actual players, so it's a bit weird.
Dude, quote unquote, like I asked Victoria one time, I was like, hey, could I get a gun? Just a straight gun instead of 4,000 credits. So just like, this is like when like the shit was coming where we had like everything in boxes, they would not give me one. I asked them for armor, right? I asked them for Halloween helmet. The Halloween helmet, that's the good one, the 60%er, right?
And they give it to you?
No, they would not give it to me.
Okay.
I was like, yo, I just need it for my just
My
casual
niece
games
wants it.
No, like no, but like, we're doing all these in-houses, right? And every single fucking time, there's always some bitch made that's using this, and I have an SMG or some shit, and it will not one-shot them, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, give me just the helmet. Like it's not even 200 credits retail. Like it retails at pennies. Just give it to me for the whole, like 6 hours. I scheduled an entire day to cast your tournament. Just give me the helmet. No, they would not give me the helmet. Like, are you serious? And then literally after I leave, they're like, yo, you can have $100 and some credits too. It's just good. I mean, it's 140, but you're literally going from game to game to game. And then for the first couple, and then you're breaking for like an hour, and you're going again. And then they used to do, I think, EU on the same day, but now they don't even have tournaments for NA, so it doesn't really matter. So actually now you're getting paid bank because you're only doing like 3 hours of streaming. And you're getting paid like, I think $100 per tournament and $40 credits.
Damn. This turned into a debate stream. I mean, you're making valid points, like I said, but...
I think it's beyond valid points at this point.
Valid points. Just being stubborn.
I'm beyond that. I've ascended. These points have ascended.
I've ascended arguments.
They're now facts. They went from theory into facts. Scientific proof has been achieved.
Imagine having this as your primary income. I don't know who you're referring to, Bonger, but nobody. I'm pretty sure Turnus doesn't have this as
literally
his
not
primary
possible.
income, and I don't have it
What,
either.
dude? I made like.
Yeah, how
You
much
know
is that?
I literally got paid in like cents per hour.
You'd
Probably
be
not
like
even
eating
cents per stream.
insects and living in like a house without one room without a roof with that amount of money. That's this.
Like
No.
I think at that point, like I made probably the second highest amount of money streaming than anybody except for
What the
Pencil.
How is it?
And I,
How is I'm in this FFA lobby and it keeps like like when it finishes instantly restarts the game. It's like what the fuck?
just leave.
I
You're not gonna
know,
get-
but it's
man,
like what the fuck? It's weird.
I mean, that's true, but the newest helmet on the market is already like 55. It's like 55. And I think isn't that the Arma or the Blackwood? I don't remember. I think that might be Arma, 55, and the mine distance. So it's like it doesn't even matter at that point. 5% isn't gonna be. It's negligible because it's still gonna be a one shot in the body anyway for most guns. Or no, it's 55, 60. That's what it is.
The worst part is the credits don't translate to IRL currency. It's true. I mean, if you sell your account, get it banned.
I mean, like, you literally, the amount of time it takes that person to literally put credits into your account is like less than 30 seconds.
That is true, but again, like,
And they want you, they want you to open up these boxes. Do you understand? They like, no, I'm not joking. I'm not saying like, oh, Victoria.
I know.
Like, it's in the best interest of Warface as a company for you to spend that credits.
That is
AM17
true.
and Chris, AM17 is way better, dude. Trust me. About AM17.
Is it? I tried
you
it.
we're
And,
talking
like,
about it.
I didn't feel like it's great. I mean,
Yeah,
I
well,
probably
let's get
wasn't.
your ass, okay? That's not their fault.
Damn.
Anyway, the AM17 is literally nuts. I was just joking.
That's true.
Anyway, no, I'm just playing. But like, I felt like it was better, and Nico also felt like it was better, and I put in a lot of money to get it because I felt it was significantly better. Just like the new gun and the AK-12, a lot of it just comes down to what you like as far as feeling, because stats don't have a huge difference nowadays. So there really isn't a huge difference in stats on that gun. It's not going to affect a lot of that on just stats. The reason why I think it's better is because the recoil is just so nice.
Doesn't the Chris not have any recoil either?
I mean, like, that's just like what you prefer really on recoil. You know what I'm saying?
What? There's people who prefer having recoil?
Like, I do actually prefer to have a little recoil. Like, I feel like I control the gun better when there's a little bit of recoil to begin with. But like that gun doesn't have really any recoil that is horizontal, if you will. Oh, like digital currency. I mean, that'd be interesting though. I wish one of the things I wish was that games had like it was just straight dollars, so like you didn't have to fucking do the conversions and shit.
Oh, like game currencies, paid game currencies where it's straight up dollars?
Yeah, like because like when I wanted to play an RU, I wasn't thinking USD. I was thinking translation to rubles.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always looking at the market to see the money change, to see when it would be the best time for me to put in money, so I can get the most credits back. I mean, obviously they're not interested in that because they're gonna put out the game that's like that. You're not like the most players in this game are from RU, significantly so.
Yeah.
Like here's the pop. So the pop goes 24-hour peak for all the servers currently is 4,000 for EU, 1,000 for NA. Then Russia Alpha has 42,000.
Oh my god.
Russian Bravo has 26,000. Russia Charlie has 26,000.
Damn.
So I don't think that we're pretty priority in any way.
And they
But I
sort of
always
brought it
said,
upon
like-
themselves. The launch and like the servers and shit. G-Face and all that.
What do you mean?
Well, what happened?
Sites,
I don't know if you remember, like, what happens, like, G-Face and, like, the servers that are... There were so many problems at launch that all the actual, like, players from NA, they left. But for some reason, all the players that were not from NA, they stayed. And, like, that's like a snowball effect, whereas, like, as there's less and less NA players, people get pissed that they're playing against laggers, so they're even more likely to leave. And then laggers are even more likely
This is
to
my
stay.
hot take on it. I don't think the problem is that it's foreign players in the game. I think the problem is the game's just bad.
Well, that's definitely true, but it's still like, I feel like the wrong players on the wrong server is definitely a huge issue. Cause a lot of like, how do I say this? Like, there's a lot
I
of
understand that people can feel irritated at lag. I just don't think there's a big difference nowadays in that. Like I don't think I don't think that it's a huge advantage anymore.
I think it's like the market that they can fetch by, oh god, by actually like doing the targeting properly, because like it's much easier with like how YouTube is like mainly English, and English is like the biggest language in the world to fetch like, and there's already like the whole competitive community, FPS community from like CS:GO or like all the FPS games that exist, and they're just losing out on all that stuff by having an NA server that's not an actual NA server, that's an international server instead. I don't know if that makes any sense.
I understand what you're saying. I don't really understand how that would have any relevance toward the game and anything other than the social aspect of the game. Like, it's definitely true. Like, if you go and you're trying to find clans at the top level, it's really difficult to find any clans that are American, that speak English. That's true. But, like, in the state of game that it's at, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, now it doesn't make any difference. But I mean,
you lost like 100 players. Like, from when I stopped playing to when we're playing again, you lost like 200 players. So, which, I mean, to be fair, is still like 15% of the server pop. But it's, still 15%.
because we don't have enough players here. They don't even try to get more players on NA and EU. Do they not? Or don't they like sponsor streamers or some shit? Or did they stop doing that?
Nah, I think they stopped doing that.
It was pretty cringy though, I'm not gonna lie.
Is there a way to revive EU or NA? It's difficult because like there's a lot of great free-to-play games now, and so like the market you're shooting for really isn't just people that just do shooters anymore. It's now in the market of kids that don't have access to a good computer, and they want to play a shooter, but then it's still pay to win. So it's like it's a really weird market that they're in. Because like if you have money now, you're probably playing Fortnite or Destiny 2 or CS:GO. These are all free options now that are like solid games. So like, that's what I think is like. I think what Zikor was saying before was like you shoot toward what audience you
What the
have,
fuck are you doing?
like what part of the market you want to shoot to,
You are
and
defensive.
like that market for Warface is just in time gradually like shrinking.
Yeah, and it's like the door is closing too, because like once it's gone, I don't think even Warface 2 is gonna get people like, oh yeah, let's give it a try this time. Like, that's gonna happen. Speaking
I
of
mean, I'm
which,
sure some people will come through the door, but
One,
like,
one, one,
it's a
one,
pay to
one.
win. And RU, it's going to be fantastic, you know, for them.
Guys, let's go one.
But
yeah,
yeah.
I think the main issue I forgot to mention is the whole pay to win shit. Like, I think it's mostly Westing because RU is pay to win and they don't seem to care. But like, on Steam, 99% of the reviews, the top complaint was pay to win garbage and shit like that. So it's like, they really like got a bad image just with that issue alone. All the like actual gameplay issues aside, that issue alone put a really bad taste in everyone's mouth.
Yeah. I mean, like,
And it's
they
stupid
say
too,
they're
because
upgrading guns, but like at this point, the game's actually more pay to win than it's been ever.
yeah,
I would easily argue that.
of
Because
course.
before you still had the same armor. At least you were like back then when they had the really OP guns and you could only get it from credits. Before the Warface boxes, at least there was an OP armor. Really, like it wasn't like crazy that we have today, where like they're giving more armor points and they're doing shit where like your gun won't even kill someone.
Yeah, the whole
like,
armor shit is, I feel like it's just stupid in an FPS. Like people tanking headshots, it's like, what's the point of like sharpening your aim anymore then? People can just tank and slide at you. Not even slide at you, just shotgun you across the map. It's so stupid.
So I can tank your sniper, I can tank your knife, I can tank your shotgun. If you're pay to win and the player you're playing against is screwed up.
Our team was eliminated. Plant the bomb. Round start.
What was I gonna say? There's another thing I wanted to bring up. Any news about Warface 2? It's been like flow of things, I think.
Bomb drop.
Is that something that they're actually doing, or what we're gonna do?
I have no idea. I just heard about Overwatch 2 or whatever.
Overwatch 2, yeah, I heard about that too.
The thing was, like, I remember a while back we were having this conversation, and I very clearly said that the guns have gotten too strong, and they're going to upgrade armor. And then we have this.
Yeah, and it's just every issue feeds into the other issues.
Like, no, they got to the point where guns were so good that they couldn't make a difference between that gun and the next gen gun because it would already be too fast.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, how do we solve this? Because they
Armor.
already have the guns. We can't nerf every gun. Well, it's not that the game will ever die. It's just it won't be on NA at some point. EU is still out there.
For NA.
Like, like NA is so bad at this point where I don't even bother playing the game for like 16 hours of the day because you just can't find games for like literally like 16 hours a day. You're like, there's no point of even getting on and trying to find a game on your server. It's completely pointless.
Oh god, what am I watching?
You not climb that anymore? Check out.
What?
Team was eliminated.
Was that for me?
Yeah.
Would you ask?
I said, didn't they remove that, like, to jump the spawn?
Oh no, they didn't remove it. He tried. The guy peeked spawn and then he came back and like tried to kill a sniper with a silenced pistol across like miles.
I think actually Blackwood's doing a pretty good job with the last two updates. So they've released two updates since they took over. We haven't seen the second update yet, but Hydra I think was really good, and the next one's coming out. But
Then they want to merge NA and EU. They did, but they said they won't. They're not gonna.
What? You beat that?
Somebody asked. Didn't they say they were gonna merge NA and EU? And I said they did say that. They asked us about it, but then in some developer note or some shit, they clearly said that they're not gonna do it anymore. I mean, if NA like really goes that downhill, it would make sense. It would make sense in every single way to do it, except for the fact that EU players are gonna be even more toxic and like out of their mind because of more laggers. But in every other sense, they're gonna be saving like those last loyal whales that they have. So
I mean, I heard something about that being like a thing, but I don't think it will be.
Hello, Shawnee.
But
welcome
like,
to stream.
they got some good updates coming out. I think.
You think so?
I think it's actually like because I feel like this is basically what I heard. So I don't know how much of this is true. So basically, there was the Blackwood team, the Crytek team, who wanted to do specific things, but they couldn't because of the company. So now it's their game. They get to make decision. Blackwood Games itself is all the people that used to work there.
So
And they wanted to make
you're
this-
saying Blackwood Games is what the Crytek team used to be, and that
Like
before
the My.com, the Crytek.
The Crytek
is the
under
one that was
My.com?
still making the game. So Crytek was still making the game. They were still
they
producing.
didn't make
the
any
game.
decisions.
They were the ones making decisions, basically, the people at the higher end. So what they were, this is a story that I was hearing, was that there was people, that team from Crytek, who couldn't make decisions on it. So they couldn't focus in on the real problems of the game. So now
Due
they
to
have
what?
the opportunity to make that.
Due to My.com overseeing them.
Yeah, because My.com's
Okay.
overseeing them. So now they're not part of Crytek at all.
But what does that have to do with Crytek? That has to do with My.com.
Huh?
Look,
Because they're the same. It's the Crytek's team is just called Blackwood Games now.
isn't it that this is what I thought about. Like, this is what I thought it was, how I thought it worked. Like, of course there's My.com and like they're the publisher and everything. Then there was a developer team which was Crytek. But then, how do I say this? They were making. No, never mind. Just go. I can't concentrate right now, so just go ahead, continue. What I'm saying is that what you're saying sort of doesn't make sense because the team is still being overseen by My.com. Does that make sense?
It's not. It's not being overseen.
How is
by
it
My.com
not?
anymore.
My.com is still the publisher.
Okay, so the developers behind Warface have announced that they will be moving away from Crytek to set up their own studio, Blackwood Games, while they continue to work on the free-to-play FPS, Warface. It's very important for us to focus on developing Warface in a way that lives up to players' expectations. We have kept the development team intact, and their expertise will allow us to move forward with our plans and ideas. So,
Hello, Millen. Welcome to the stream. That's what I'm saying. Look, the team is still the same. It's just a different
Correct.
name.
right.
They're just not affiliated with Crytek anymore.
Crytek.
But
Correct.
Crytek wasn't the one who was like limiting the team in the beginning anyways.
Well, My.com doesn't have anything to do with the way the game is produced.
Do they not? They're the ones who...
No. It had to do with the way the sale basically of the game.
But they make like
The servers.
But as
That's
a
what I
publisher,
understand is-
don't their decisions impact the whole development of the game? I'm pretty sure. Because like when Crytek was around, I think it was out of their judgment that they decided to go from credit random boxes, which is direct pay to win, and like people are like literally see it and they spit on the game and leave, to Warface random boxes, which is still pay to win but not directly, so people aren't as susceptible to leave anymore. And that was a decision by Crytek because at the time it was the publisher as well for the West, so they had the power to make that decision. You see what I mean? But now
I
that
understand that. You know.
now that My.com is the overseer, and they are more inclined to as a pay-to-win system because it's working in Russia, and for whatever reason they don't want to realize that it doesn't work in West, then even though the team that came up with that solution for NA is still there, they can't actually execute it. Or
we
any.
just said like 3 seconds ago that if you're running a game and you have 41,000 people on one server, 26 on another, 25 on another, and you have 5,000 total on the last one, are you going to really care about the 5,000 server?
Look,
is that going to be your main priority, or are you going to set your priority for the 100,000 players?
wait, the question I have right now is Blackwood Games works on all versions, right? So it's not like.
So Blackwood is the studio that will develop the game.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I guess like that makes sense, but like.
And then My.com is the publisher of the game.
Yeah, I guess when it comes to resource allocation, it doesn't make sense for them to account for Warface for the West issues and developments, but
okay, let me help you on this one. A game publisher finances a video game's development, handles the marketing and release of the game, and gets a return on its sales. Right?
yes.
So when prior to Crytek oversee the Blackwood team in development of the game. So if anything, if you have anything to do with the finances of the game development, the marketing, or the release of the game, that has to do with the publisher. But the fact, like, so technically we're talking about 3 updates in a row, where they have been rolling out updates that have to do with the sync of the player, freezing, teleports. So it's going to be literally 3 updates in a row where they've been like, this has been a primary part of the update. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like quality of life updates.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's really good. Like that's a focus.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the game's great.
It's a focus.
I'm
yeah.
just saying like it's
definitely
good that that's a focus for them.
Yeah, it's a focus that's good for the game in general, but it doesn't take into account that NA and EU are proportionally more in need of attention than the game in general. You know what I mean? Like, it's an issue that improves the quality of the game in general across all servers.
Why would we be the main focus? I don't get it.
What?
I don't get why we would ever be the main focus.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense for them to have us as the main focus, and it shouldn't. But if they're thinking like long term, they need to like switch things up for the West too, because I mean they're losing out on the whole market. Like there's no room to grow in Russia. Like I don't feel like there's any room to grow in Russia, because in the Russian server it's all going well at this point. Like any changes that improve the game across all servers will help the Russian server, and there's nothing more than they can do to boost the Russian servers. Does that make any sense? But
I don't agree with that. I think there's a large amount that you can increase. That you can increase the amount of the playability of a game. And there's only it's 100,000 people that are on at one point, correct?
mm-hmm.
And how many people is in Russia, the country?
Yeah, but you gotta go look at the gaming market, like the gaming community size. How much is there to expand to? Do we have any estimates from like CS:GO or something?
I don't know how much that would be, but I'm pretty sure just to be like, we're at 100,000, we'll lock it up, let's go home. That's enough. I think it's pretty ridiculous.
No. I'm not saying do that. Look, what I'm saying is that. Okay, let's say.
You're saying that there isn't a lot of growth to be had. I'm saying that's pretty ridiculous in a game that basically dominates the entire country.
You just validated my argument. If it's dominating the entire country, there's less room to grow than.
There's 150 million people in Russia.
But they're not all gonna play FPS
people,
games.
Wait. But 150 million people in Russia. 100,000 play Warface.
Yeah.
Do
Look.
you think that's every single man?
No. Look, that's my point still holds. Look.
No, it doesn't.
If there's two groups of 10 people, okay, and in one group we have 8 people's attention, but in the other group I have one person's attention, where is there more room to grow? Of course, in the second one where there's one person.
Yeah, but the problem in your assumption is that you think both are 10. That's the problem. They're not both 10.
Russia has more
Has
total
more
market
people
size.
that will have a how do I say it? They'll be more likely to play the game off the back.
But
A.
is the return on investment higher in Russia than it is in West?
Are you serious? Is that even a joke?
I legit
Is the
don't know.
ROI equivalent to a country that has literally 20 times the player base of both NA and EU? What do you think?
No.
Do you know what ROI means? Let's start there.
Yes.
Okay, what does ROI mean?
It means how much money you make compared to how much money you invest into making that money.
Okay, so where do you think
No.
return's
Look.
gonna be highest?
Return on I guess not in that sense. In the sense that look. Okay, I'll give you an example like this.
Okay.
What if using 10? This is just random numbers, okay? What if putting $10 into Warface RU got them 2 players, but putting $10 into West got them 5 players? That's a high return on investment.
I don't think it's the same game in these two places that you're stating. So I don't think $10 is gonna get you 5 players in NA, or the equivalence of whatever you think is in money.
No.
marketing.
That's just a concrete
I
random
understand what you're
example.
saying about the money. I understand
The
that.
point
I'm
is
just saying
that-
you're not understanding what I'm saying. Is that you're thinking that if they invest money into NA, just because there isn't a lot of people that play NA Warface, you can get a lot of people to play NA Warface. What we have seen consistently is that the problem isn't the game itself; it's the fact of where it's being sold in. This game doesn't sell in NA the same way it does in RU. So if they put money into RU, they will always get more people back. They will always get more money back than they get in NA.
But that's because of the nature of the game that they're selling to NA.
Does the nature of the game change?
Well, they can change it to make it work. That's the whole
Well,
point.
it didn't work when they had it with Crytek.
Because they
So
didn't
how
do it
okay,
right.
So what do you think is going to need to be different for it to work?
Under Crytek, it was still pay to win. There was still progression issues. There was still all the issues, all the underlying issues of the game, like the teleportation, lag, all that stuff, and the issue of the wrong player base, like the player base of NA being 99% non-NA. All those issues made it impossible for the NA market to be tapped into. Do you see what I'm getting at?
I understand what you're saying. Okay, so let's just say, for example, that we go into this fantasy world of Z-Core real quick, right? Because it's not gonna happen. But and we say, hey, this is a business that we're operating, and you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make the best quality game that we can make. We're gonna put it on great servers. We're gonna fix all the problems, and then we're gonna make it so it's free to play. So now we've taken a game that's pay to win, and we've changed all these things. So we invested a fuck ton of money, a fuck ton of money.
I get it.
Every single month, we are losing a fortune on the development and also on the hosting of this game. How many months do you think it's gonna be?
No,
So
of course it's not.
This game is making money.
At this point, I think it's pretty impossible. You explained it with your emphasis pretty good. But like we said, this is my fantasy world. If they did that from the get-go, or at least when things started going wrong in NA, then there might have been a chance to bring it back and capture the NA market too. But at this point, yeah, it makes total sense for them to say fuck NA.
Let me
fuck you.
No way.
But it's not even close on money or player base. It's just never gonna be. like the way people think of CS:GO, where they're like, "Yo, my friend was playing it, so I got into it," is the way they talk about Warface and RU in like computer cafes. So like, it's just not a thing.
Oh my god, medic push Antium.
Why would you want AK-12 boxes, dude? When you have the new rifle coming out, 30 more RPM,
You read
it's
that.
OP. Huh?
Are you just saying that, or did somebody say something?
We lost the round.
Someone said something a while ago, but I wasn't talking about that
Oh.
shit.
Enemy plant site.
Does anyone know how much they actually make, or what is the average wage for a Blackwood employee?
Bomb drop.
Well, you probably just have to look it up by the person or by the position.
Yeah.
And as far as the probably more than Crytek, because they were holding the wages, man.
Oh yeah, that happened, didn't it? Oh my god.
Well, you don't need this, dude.
Here, I'll eat some air instead.
Bomb drop.
You can live inside too, a cardboard hut, dude. You can live in game, dude. You have a whole space for you.
Siko! Siko!
The enemy on
Siko!
plant the bomb.
I literally wish you would go and restart the stream and just bump it up a couple, like 2,000 bit rate. It's like so bad.
It's gonna send another notification to the whole universe.
Oh my
So I
god.
don't want to do that.
The one you're doing right now is that I'm fucking Picasso.
Picasso. Oh god. Gosh, you so sweaty. Fuck. This new hit rig system makes it impossible to play across server.
New what's?
New hit rig
I think the hit rate is great.
on a different server when you play.
I don't know what your ping is, but my ping's 180 when I go to EU, and it's great. What's your ping?
I'd have to check. It's 92.
Literally, that's what I play NA too.
That's the NA thing?
My NA ping is, it averages out at like 78.
Oh shit. Well,
So my high actually is like, once in a blue moon I hit 105, but generally like highs are like 80s. So it's like literally the same. But I mean, you're wearing terrible gear and using a shitty gun, so there's that.
no, like the main issue, or at least like last time, it really was like very severe when last week I was streaming. People were like teleporting like 5 times per second, dude. Like, and my hits were not registering. They were killing me behind walls. Like, it was so damn bad. Like, it
Can
was.
you restart your router?
No, I'm not gonna do that for Warface.
I mean,
You still my router?
did you move to another place, or maybe you used to have better ping than I? Yeah, I used to have like 15 when I lived in Virginia. Now I live in San Diego, on the West Coast. It's lit. It is lit. Like, the only sacrifice is NA is Warface ping, which I can live with. And also like the time zone, which doesn't really work out a lot with the people that I play with. Because like, because now I'm supposed to be working a night job soon, so I'm getting up around the time that most people are getting off of Warface.
Oof.
So, you know, like 7, 8, 9, getting up at that time.
I don't know the states. Are you on the West Coast now?
Yeah, San Diego.
What?
You don't know where San Diego is?
No, I don't know
San
the
Diego?
states and their states.
You know where Los Angeles is?
I know about Los Angeles, but I don't look. I don't have any geographical
You
information.
know where
about
California is?
California? Yes, I think I do. I know where Florida is, where Washington is, where New York is, because they're all like to the south of us.
I now understand why you work at Tim Hortons.
I don't know. Should I?
Yeah, it's on the West Coast. It's called SoCal, Southern California.
Ah. The more you
Feels
know.
bad. No one plays on San Jose. You don't get best ping on it. I would literally have a nutty ping. Even though I'm on Wi-Fi, I'd have a nutty ping. Oh, what's my ping on San Jose? Let's see here. Should tell me in a second. It's great, dude. Fantastic server. 27. And I'm on Wi-Fi, so
After getting a
That's pretty good.
full-time job, I only play Warface once a week. Yeah, I'm basically doing a full-time job too, and I can only play on weekends when I stream. So
I don't get it. Do you like? It's only 40 hours, man.
yeah, but we've been through this again before, Turnus. You forgot, like, my commute time is like an hour. So that's 10, 11 hours a day away from home and the computer to be able to. Then there's all the like daily stuff, or like the, what's it called? Chores and shit like that. Like,
I can never imagine driving an hour to go to work.
I don't drive, take bus, public
I
transit.
can never imagine doing that.
What?
Is there literally nothing to do closer? Is there no option of closer?
Well, it's an internship. It's not like just a like 9 to 5 minimum wage job. So
It's not
it's
even
worth
that.
it.
It's just like
psycho.
you're not working 40 hours a week then. Like your job is also like
say?
the amount of time you have to get ready and travel, and like breaks. Like that's all part of the job.
What? What do you mean?
Like a job isn't just like what you do in those specific hours. It's whatever you have to do the job as well.
Who said that?
Okay,
Wait.
for example.
Do you
For
get paid
example-
for like preparing to go to like work?
Well, it's like it should be in your mindset when you take a job.
Yeah, it was in my
Like, so if the job is overnight, you are working overnight. Like, you have to be okay with that.
yeah.
And if you have to travel a specific distance or you have to wear specific clothes, that's all like part of the job.
Yes, I didn't say I have a problem with
So what
it.
I said was, okay, so why would you take that job then? Because you have to get ready for whatever you're wearing, and you have to travel an hour, and another hour back, and you have to work the 8 hours as well. So it's like at that point, you're not working 40 hours a week.
I'm working more, you're saying.
You're working like 55 hours a week.
Yeah, I said it's worth it.
Okay, that's cool.
It does hit way heavy on like my like other like leisure activities or like just general
Medic!
Yeah,
other.
of course.
Medic!
So that's bad.
Yo, this dude travels 2.5 hours for work.
What?
Read your chat.
Oh wait, I have to travel 2.3 hours to reach my work. Holy shit! Damn, that's. Yeah, some people here
Laveras.
they live
come
in
here,
like the
medic.
suburbs of the island or the city, and they have to travel like
Camper!
3-4 hours just to get like to university or work. Like it's nuts, man.
I don't understand. After moving, I don't understand at all.
After moving, before you did.
Before I was like, oh, it's, as long as there isn't a lot of traffic, it's fine driving 10-15 minutes for shit. But like now it's like, why? You're literally gonna spend 20% of your life in a car at that point, or like 10% of your awake time in a car.
I mean, you gotta see if it's worth it for you. So
Yeah.
at least like now it's like freezing. It's like the North Pole here, but in like a few weeks, hopefully it'll be warm enough for me to just bike there, and that's gonna save me like
What the fuck?
at least 30 minutes
The hacker or what?
of commute time.
Every for like the last couple of weeks, people have been like, "Oh my god, it's so cold here! It's so cold here!" It's over 50 every single day.
50 in Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Here
Here,
it's
let me help you.
here. I'll give you an idea. Like I was talking to AK about this. Like,
It's 10. It's 10 Celsius. It's above 10
What?
Celsius every.
bro, that's like the summer here.
Every single day. It's above 10 Celsius.
People go out
are, like,
naked.
bundling up. They're like, "Oh my god, it's so cold. This is ridiculous. I can't believe it's 50 degrees out." And it's average maybe 55. So like I don't know, it's like 11. So like that's
The average temperature here is, what's it called? Negative, I'd say 15 Celsius. So see how much that is in Fahrenheit. People would be flipping out too.
Well, I used to live in Michigan, so 5 degrees Fahrenheit.
Eliminated. Mission accomplished.
I used to live in Michigan where like the average during the winters were like, I don't know, like 25, but we got a lot of lake effect snow, so I'm sure our snow was probably in comparison to what you guys got, depending on where you live, of course. Because like you know how lake effect snow works, right?
How what?
Lake effect snow.
No, I don't.
Basically, you just get more snow because you're close to a lake or a body of water.
I see.
So you're getting more. Basically, you're getting more inches than people that are like a couple, a couple hours inland,
Enemy team eliminated.
just because it's from the lake.
Plant the bomb.
He lives 15 Celsius where he lives.
15 Celsius, that's not bad. It's pretty good. But I was saying like a few days ago, what was it? It was like negative 30 degrees. So that's like -4 in Fahrenheit, I think. When I was talking to AK, I like converted it for him. And I had to spend like 20 minutes outside waiting for the fucking public transit. And my hands were like fucking, I couldn't feel my fucking toes and fingers anymore.
Easy. You killed him.
Hello, Brian Mir. Welcome to stream.
It's good. It's the highs for this entire week are over 20 Celsius every
Oh my
single day.
God.
It's fucking great. All right, so I have to go now. Feels
Okay,
bad.
yeah, no problem, man.
I'll
talk
see
to
you in a
you
minute.
later. Yeah. Thank you for the follow, Brian Mayor. I nearly called you Brian Master. I don't know how that would make you feel. Oops, let me grab the chats. I can't stand for 10 Celsius. Bro, like at this point, it's... I'm telling you, on average, it's like... It's at least -10 Celsius here, okay? So... That's the minimum. Like, if it's a good day, it's gonna be like -5, -3, around there. So, but like, for like 3 or 4 days in a row, it was like -20 in the morning and in the afternoon when I would like return from work. And that, like I said, that day where it was like super bad, it was -30 or so when I was like coming back home. But I mean, like, you know, you keep these stuff in mind when you move somewhere. Like, you weigh it against what you're gaining, like, in the situation you're in. So I don't really... It's hard, but I don't mind it much. I cannot headshot. Well, not bad at all? What is not bad at all? Hope you guys enjoyed that debate stream. If you called me Brian Master. Oh my god. I missed 2 shotgun bullets. Shotgun shots, I should say. Body shot master, yes. Last game, yeah, it's my last game, Shawnee. It's over 20 Celsius here, usually. That's nice. In summer, it goes like close to that here, so We have like best of both worlds, I guess. Oh, I nearly had him. Fantastic. Go away. Damn, it's bad for you. That's rude. Don't say shit like that, please. Come on, man. I'm just trying to kill this camping sniper. I'm trying to make the world a better place by removing a camper. Can you kill me? This guy come back? No, he didn't. That was a new guy. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Hey, it's bad for you. How you doing? Can I spawn, please? Oh, I hit his head. Somewhere over 35 year. Oh god, that's like being like pretty high. I feel like that was the same guy that I just killed a second ago. Oh no. Oh god. Missed too many shots. I deserve that. Anyone else from the Caribbean? Not me. Maybe I should take it a bit more easy with the red dot here. I hit him in the head. No. Oh, if I killed them, that would have been funny. Let's go back to the real scope. What? Bro, what do you mean? Am I really gonna kill? Oh god. Told you, this game is more based on ping, and even with good ping, hit rate is still garbage. How does that even happen? Hello, OKD Dotty. How you doing, man? Oh, that was horrible. I'm spraying way too much. Oh, what? What was that? I'm lost. Damn, he's using the AW. I can respect that. Come on, why me? Oh, well that's it, I guess. Okay. That's gonna be it, boys. Thank you everyone for joining the stream. I don't know if you enjoyed that debate or if you never want me to talk to Turnus again during the stream. Whichever way it is, let me know. But I'm gonna just do the unboxing ritual here and then we shall be out. Let's see. Do I have enough? No, I don't have enough for that many boxes. Where is it? Is it gonna be enough though? 4 boxes. You're upset about what? Okay. 3 hours of that, that's it. Okay, well, thank you everyone for joining. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.